You know what? Yo, pick this. Lottie Dottie. We like to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. We're just the men that's on the mic. And when we rock up on the mic, we rock the mic. What? For all of y'all, keeping y'all in hell. Just to see you smile and enjoy yourself. Cause it's cool when you're causing cozy condition that we create. Cause that's our mission. So listen to what we say. Because this type of shit can happen every day.
Right?
Woke up around.
That's 2020. This type of shit happens every day. You guys, welcome to Hard Hitter Comedy Presents Still Standing Monologues. I am your host for this motherfucking Tuesday, Luz Michelle. Yes. Take it in. Tuesday. Yes, over at Hard Headed, if you felt the need to watch the debates tonight because you're still unsure of your decision, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I don't. At this point in the game, you should be aware. And quite honestly, if anything, it's good entertainment, right? Plenty of material you're going to get from there. Trust me, you. But I'd rather laugh than cry. You know what I mean? I'd rather laugh than cry tonight on this Tuesday. Yes, you guys. We started the show with Mr. Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, the Ruler. Yes. That song debuted in 1985. Yeah. My husband rolls his eyes because anytime I throw out a year that's in the 80s, he'll be like, you were such a baby then. You were like 2 years old. I wasn't. We're only 5 years apart, my husband and I. But for some reason, he always makes it like he's 25 years older than me. He really does. He finds a way. You do. You do. And hit the applause track. Yeah. So he's the guy who hits the applause track and the laugh track. So if he doesn't find it funny, he doesn't hit it. Do you know how many arguments this has caused? A lot of arguments. This has caused a lot of arguments. Hit the fucking button. But it's Gentleman's Night. Yes, it is. You need that every now and then, right? You need that energy. You do. And we have a fine lineup for you, ladies and gentlemen. We sure do. We sure do. I love men. I always have. I always have. Yes, I'm a married woman, but I'm also not dead. I can acknowledge a good-looking man if I see one. I dated a lot in my life, and there's nothing wrong with a woman saying that. But I never had like a type, you know, like some people like, I want them to be like this. I want them to do this with their lives or have these kind of opinions or these beliefs. I didn't have that. I dated everything you can imagine. I dated skaters, detectives, teachers, little people, a lot. A rapper, a clown. I dated a clown. I dated a psychiatrist. That was very short and bitter. You know what I mean? Short and bitter, that one was. I loved hard. I did. It's like I would meet them and then picture the whole future, right? The whole future. We're going to do this, this, and that. Even though I was terrified of commitment, I would still just like fantasize about it. Some people call that crazy, you know? I love myself. I accept myself. I do. I do. I remember when my husband and I were dating, I gave him my best self for 365 days. And then on day 366, I decided to have a bottle of vodka. Yes, I did. And I was my best self to everybody. So now, we got to a point that night where he was like, I don't think we should see each other anymore. I think you need to talk to someone, learn to love yourself. I don't think it's time for you to be in a relationship. I chased that man for 10 blocks in 7-inch heels. Be yourself. Embrace who you are. And it's not easy, marriage. It's not easy, but it's worth it. But it's not easy, especially during a pandemic. Like, seeing your dog, anyone, every day, 24/7, can really get to a certain level. And the whole world is shut down. This is a possibility now in relationships. You got to tell people it might happen. You might be stuck in the house. The whole world will be shut down, and it will just be you and your partner and whoever else you live with for a question mark amount of days. This is new. We're in history. We're creating history. Yeah. But anyhow, our wedding anniversary is coming up this year. It sure is. 4 years. 4 years. Well, we've been together for 9, but married for 4 years. Oh, he's crying, just so you know. He's crying. Come on. It's been blissful. These are the best years of our lives. But, like, we're smart. Every couple of years we check in and we'll do like a couples therapy session, Learn how to communicate again. Because it turns out when you yell at each other and throw shit across the room, it's not that healthy. So we check in. So we feel confidently that we actually figured out the way to actually make couples therapy work. Before every session, him and I would go to the bar, and throw back a couple of drinks. When you walk into that room and you sit down on that couch, you fucking unleash. You unleash. No one exists in the room but you. You let it out. It all comes out of your pores. You don't care. It's out. It will be your best theatrical, dramatic, emotional performance of your life. It is. It's applause working. It is. But you get it all out. You have to. Shit. I'm raising a little boy who's going to be a man one day. And, I'm a little nervous. He's a crier. He's been in a bad mood since the day he was born. The second he came out of me, he fucking pissed over all the people that were standing there. The nurses, the doctors, whoever was in the room. He just pissed all over them. And he's been like that ever since. He's emotional, he's sensitive, and he loves the word no. He fucking loves the word no. His class used to do this thing where they ask you a question of the day. And all the little kids come in, they take their name, they're on little laminated apples. Any question it is. Do you like to sing? 16 kids are saying yes. My son, no. Do you like to dance? 16, yes. My son, no. No, he loves the word. He loves saying no. No matter what it is, no. What am I going to do with him? What am I going to do? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to love the fucking shit out of him. That's what I'm going to do. That's my little papa. That's my papi chulo. I love him. There's something between a mom and a son. There is. You become this like psychotic baby mama bear and you just, I don't know. Something happens. It happens. It happens. My husband didn't have that with him, but I do. But men and women were very different, right? Remember Venus, Mars? What was that song we used to sing? Men go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Remember that book? Girls go to Mars to be superstars. I remember that. I don't know. I remember shit like that. And it's true. We're opposite, right? But we're our yin to our yangs. But we're completely fucking opposite. My husband, he's simple. He's a straight A student. He has self-control, and he has discipline. Like, he's on his shit. He knows what he's doing. He knows how he's going to do it. Boom, boom, boom. And on the other end, I guess I'm more like I'm the wild child, right? I'm loud. I'm a straight fucking C- student, and I'm proud of it. I hate discipline. I hate it. I can't stand it. Oh, God. Speaking of discipline, we have been watching the shit out of Cobra Kai. Okay? How many people are watching this? I mean, I'm glued. I'm obsessed. I want to see every episode like this. Every episode. It definitely has that 80s like horniness to it, but there's something about it that you're locked in. You're locked in. We watched like 5 episodes in a row last night. It's like, yeah, Cobra Kai. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very fucking into it. Like I'm deep in it. I'm deep in it. I mean, I can't believe how much fucking TV I watched during the pandemic, but I watched it. I love TV. I can watch fucking TV all day. I love it. I love the shit out of it. I do. But there was something with the pandemic that after a while, you're just like, I can't watch any more TV. I can't watch any more TV. So we started playing Scrabble. Like, we play board games now. Okay? I mentioned before, he's a straight A student. I'm a C- student. Do you understand? Let's say we've had like 6 games of Scrabble. I've won a good 4 to 5 of them. Like, legit big fucking numbers. Because I grabbed the 10s, the 7s, the 9s. I don't know what I'm going to fucking spell, but I know I'm going to get a lot of points from it. Yes, hustle. That's what that is. It is fucking hustle. Yes. It's very warm, right? What's going on with the fucking weather, right? One day we're freezing, we're wearing a sweaters, we're wearing a hats, and then 2 days later it's fucking 90 degrees outside, it feels like. The humidity is fucking 99%. Like, what is going on? What is going on? I got allergies out my ass, and it's giving me pure anxiety. Because there's signs, I'm congested, I have a headache, I'm sneezing fucking left and right. I don't know. Because the weather, it's not stable. It's not stable. Are we okay today? Well, we got an internet hiccup. I uttered the words 2020, you guys. I uttered the words. But we got it. It's fine. You know what's wrong? It's raining, right? When it rains, things that normally fucking work don't work, right? And the internet now is fucking, they have us by the goddamn balls. All right, you guys. As a reminder, before we move the train, we have our Venmos running at the bottom of the screens, and we have some Instagram pages running at the bottom. You guys, remember, no matter what, as we've learned, the world could be falling apart. But guess what? The bills are still gonna motherfucking come. So if you feel it tonight, you guys, give a little. Even if it's a heart, a clap, or a dollar. Give it, because it goes a long way. All right, you guys, it's time. Yes. Get your hands ready. And welcome to the stage, Mr. Mario Benitez. I'm coming.
Yo, what's up, Couch? What's up, Love Seat? What's up, Fish Tank? Everybody good? What's up, man? Let's get into this. So I realized the other day I was a good tipper because I tipped my Chinese food delivery guy so much. He bowed, which I found weird because he was Mexican, you know? I was like, chill, Bob, just keep those $9, you know? I think what makes me a good tipper is that I've worked in the service industry, you know? I've worked at Starbucks before, been a barista, and I've been a drug dealer, you know? But I think delivering drugs was way easier, you know? Way easier than being a fucking barista. Because after a while, like, being a barista just made me a terrible person. Because I started, like, racially drink profiling people. Like, anytime I seen, like, a white dude come in, I'd be like, yeah, he's probably going to want a grande dry cappuccino. Dry like his personality. Anytime I seen somebody from the hood come in, I'd be like, I don't know what they want for sure, but whatever it is, they're going to want extra caramel on that shit. The hood loves caramel, you know? They do, man. I always find myself at the bar like, yeah, I got a extra caramel water for Shamika. Extra caramel water. We was just talking about watching TV, man. Over that quarantine period, I like finished Netflix. Got to finish everything, man. After a while, they started like suggesting other apps. Take your ass to Hulu, man. Get the fuck out of here. So this thing about Ted Bundy called the Bundy tapes. Found that interesting, man. You know, interesting and disturbing, really. Like, one main thing that bothered me about that guy was that he got a Netflix special way before I did, you know. And the second thing that bothered me was the way the judge was, you know, treating the man while sentencing him to death for over 30 brutal rapes and murders. He said things like, I like your style. I wish you would have taken a different turn in life because you would have been a great lawyer. And I would have liked to work side by side with you. And like I had some suspicions that white dudes got treated really well by the criminal justice system, but that was undeniable, you know? It was. And I guess what I'm trying to say here is, I wish Latinos could kill with some dignity too, you know? But we can't. Latinos can't even become serial killers because we get caught too fast, you know? The first detective on the scene will catch us this shit. First detective will show up, open up that door. Search around. The killer used Fabuloso to clean up. Put out an APB for a Puerto Rican man between the heights of 5'7" and 5'7.5". Possible names, Raul Jose. Get on it. It's kind of weird when you just talking shit to your couches, you know? I don't know how they feel right now, you know? My fish, he's looking at me like he doesn't like me, so I don't know. He's an old comic fish. What else? I saw this thing called Into the Spider-Verse over the quarantine period, man. I thought that was a cool-ass animated film, you know? I was surprised by it because I didn't know, like, Spider-Man's a Dominican kid now. They made him a Dominican kid living out of Brooklyn, you know? And I thought that was fucking dope. Even though I'm sure there's some white dudes out there, mad minorities are taking their fictional jobs, you know? But I think Dominican Spider-Man probably does it better than white Spider-Man, you know? Because he fucking slings web and he slings nutcrackers uptown to make a little side cash, you know? The Dominican Spider-Man fucking fights evildoers and dances a mean bachata, yo. And he smokes Mary Jane and dates her, so he's cool as fuck, you know? I don't know, when you see shit like that, you kind of get greedy. You know, I want to see more Latinos in the comic books. Like, I think they should change Gambit into a Puerto Rican dude. Instead of cards, he throws dominoes, you know? Mad bodegas be blowing up and shit. You know what I wouldn't want to see be Puerto Rican, though? Superman. They would just make him in charge of a building's maintenance, right? He'd be superintendent man. And that shit ain't even cool, yo. I don't know. I think the writers kind of, like, were scared to go all the way with Dominican Spider-Man because they made him from Brooklyn. Like, and if you're a native New Yorker like myself, everybody knows where Dominican Spider-Man will be from, you know? You'd be from Washington Heights. You know, I know, like, 6 Dominican Spider-Man up there right now. A couple of them are slinging drugs, but that's neither here nor there. Man. Watching a lot of nature documentaries over this period, too. A lot of nature documentaries. And I gotta tell you, insects bug me the fuck out. They do, you know? Because, like, ants and shit, they got, like, jobs, you know? They're like humans. They do regular human shit. They wake up and go to work in the morning, you know? They even got armies that they send out on specific missions. And that bugs me out because I've seen, like, you know, an ant crawl on me before in the park and shit. I've, like, flicked them away, blown them away. And I'm like, damn, I just did the ISIS to that soldier. It's horrible, you know? It's horrible because I know his fellow, like, soldiers are going to go back to his colony and have to tell his wife that, you know, he died in battle. And, like, how horrible is that? As soon as she sees those soldiers at her door, she's going to lose her shit, right? Like, no, not my husband, Antonio, no. And then her daughter's going to run out and see that. Mommy's everything. Antoinette, go back to your room, honey. That's fucking stupid. Before I get out of here, I'll say this. I look to science, man, for a lot of optimism and shit, you know. I do. Amongst grim times, it's cool to see, like, articles about the future and even about current times, things that are happening. Like, I read this article the other day that they're working on civilian space flight. And I thought that was fucking awesome. This company called Virgin Galactic, you know. And you're going to be able to pay soon to go out outer space. Only $250,000 will take you to space, you know. And that shit seems awesome, but, like, I can't afford that. Like, I know I'm going to have to wait till, like, Delta or Spirit Airlines offers that shit, right? And by then, fucking, I'm going to be tight at it. I ain't going to even give a fuck by then. I'm going to be mad that there's, like, a layover on the moon, the way to Mars and shit. Got an 8-day layover. Fuck this. Staying at the Mars airport, Mars JFK. Or Mars Newark. That's the worst, Mars Newark. Then if you get there, too, they're going to fuck you over. They'll probably send your bags to Venus, right? And now they're going to tell you, like, yeah, I'll be back in only 4 years. Don't worry. Fucking terrible. Another thing about science, like I said, I like it for other reasons than what it teaches you about the natural world. I think it's really humbling, And I think we need humbling as humans because, right, we all got egos and shit. We're all a little cocky. It's not even hard to see. Just think about the extent of our knowledge and some events we participate in. Like, we know we're just one consciousness in a collective of almost 7 billion floating on this planet Earth, the third of 9 revolving around this yellow dwarf star of a sun, and a Milky Way galaxy with over 200 billion sun-like stars, and in a universe with over 500 billion visible galaxies. And yet, we have a Miss Universe contest and give that crown to some chick from a shack in the Philippines. Some chick that lives in a hut made out of wet cereal boxes is supposed to be running all of that. Like, that's some cocky and egotistical shit, All right, so stay cool, stay humble, and thank you, Couches, for joining me. You were awesome. Thank you, Fish Tank. Good looking out, Love Seat. Peace.
Yes. Mario, on a Tuesday in your home. It feels good. Mario, my love, I'm sure you have seen insects in your life, but holy shit, man. If you saw the shit that we see on a daily basis out in the fucking country, you would fucking scream like a baby. Like a baby. We have ants. I can't even tell you. They look like they fucking had a conversation and they invaded because they're diesel. Like, they had a conversation that we need to work out. They're not like little ants and you're like, ew, and you flick it. No, it's like 3 large fucking balls just running across the fucking kitchen or the living room, anywhere. And we keep seeing them. It's insane. The spiders will make you jump on top of a table. Fucking spiders you have to Google. You have to Google them. That's how terrifying they are. Bees, holy shit. Holy shit, the fucking bees out here. If anyone says again that they're going fucking extinct, they need to come up to where I am for 1 weekend. You will be running like a fucking house on fire, okay? They're everywhere. They're everywhere. And they're aggressive and they're in your face. What? We have ticks, stink bugs. We had like fucking 50 stink bugs on one window the other day. Like, they're getting ready for the fucking winter. Stink bugs are extremely fucking harmless, but there's something about them that makes you scream. I don't know what it is. Like, I've seen my husband jump back trying to get one off a fucking screen because they have little shields. I don't know. You don't want to see them, and they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Ah, God, stink bugs. And the ticks, oh my God. I had it looked like a 50-pound deer the other day. Literally sprawled out on the lawn, just pulling on my fucking tree and chewing on it. Like nothing, like fucking nothing. And I can't scare her off. I can't yell at her. Why? Because she has 2 babies. She has babies. I feel bad. They need to eat. It's, God. It's country living. We got no lights on the streets. There's 1 lane to get in, 1 fucking lane to get out. Everything shuts down at 5 o'clock. It is something, okay? We came from Brooklyn. This is something up here. That's already been a couple of years. I still haven't accepted it, I won't accept it. This has to change. But it's also really nice, It is what it is. All right, you guys. It's time for the next gentleman to take over the stage. You guys, unbutton those motherfucking pants, refill that cup or whatever you please, and welcome to the stage, Mr. Jared Waters.
Thank you so much. That was a lovely applause. I feel like I'm on the set of Full House. You know what I mean? Before they get rid of the black people. Yeah, your host. Keep it going for your host, Luz. That was great. Like, you're like a gangster version of Fran Drescher a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like Fran Drescher met mob wives. I like that. I like that energy that you have. And Mario, I loved his set. I wanted him to take off his glasses to see if he could see see around his own house, but you know, he probably couldn't. On the world, if you're on Instagram, I'm Mr. Waters, the black dude on the horse. Thank you.
Mr. Jared, boy. That felt good. That felt good. I was laughing so hard I got nervous. He's like, I can't breathe. You know, the new normal. Oh my God, you brought up Big. Holy shit, I used to be fucking obsessed with that movie. And you know what? It's true. He did. Once he met that cuckoo, he became a completely different person. Because that's what we do to you. That's what we do. Cougar. No, cuckoo. He said a cuckoo cougar, didn't he? He did. He said a cuckoo cougar. I know what I heard. And I got to give it to you. I really do, Mr. Borders. In 20 minutes, you were able to figure out who I am. A gangster nanny. I thank you for that. That's a very, very nice compliment. Oh, man. My whole life, I get asked that question. Do you know who you sound like? And I'd always love to play with it and be like, who? They'd be like, that woman on that show, the nanny. And I'd be like, the nanny? No. Really? Doesn't she sound something like, oh, Mr. Sheffield? Yeah. Yeah. Whole fucking life. But yeah, it's some shit to be who I am and live out in Westchester. It's a completely fucking different world out here. I mean, you gotta see the Facebook pages. You think you're reading shit in the news? You should check out a Westchester Facebook parent page. They are off the hook. They're off the hook. They go below the belt, like really below the belt, publicly. Holy shit. They've shut down pages in my community and starting new ones. People are stealing signs left and right, and it's a big thing out here. It's a big fucking thing out here. But I'll tell you, it's very entertaining. It's very entertaining. It is. But I just sit back. You know, I sit back and enjoy the show because I'm a Colombian Native Indian. You know, if something goes down, they're going to turn on me like that. So I just, you know, I see you. I see you. I see you. I know. It feels good. It's fucking Tuesday. It is. Remember, our demos, give a little, and Instagram, click the follow so you can stay up to date with these magnificent men. All right, you guys, it's time. It's time for our final gentleman to come to the stage. You guys, raise your glasses, get your hands together for Mr. Ralph Anthony.
Yay, give it up for Luz one more time. Yeah, let her hear it. All right, we are doing this. Yeah, Tipsy fucking Tuesday, baby. Yeah, don't mind me. This is just my fucking manifesto. This is actually my escape route in case New York gets locked down again. These are just my jokes. Don't judge me. So weird. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. It sounds like we are just rattling off the next conspiracy theory all alone in our fucking bedrooms right now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let's hit record. Let's get this train moving. Let's start going down the comedy train. Comedy junction. Conjunction, junction. What's your function? You guys remember that? Yeah. Sunday morning cartoons with that big bowl of cereal. Hell yeah. I'd go for a big bowl of cereal right now. It sounds absolutely delicious. Where to begin? Okay. I should probably just put this out there and let you guys know that I am sober. But I am comedian sober. That means I just drink and smoke weed, but I don't do coke anymore. Had to stop. Had to stop doing coke because I deviated my own septum. Yeah, I did not know that you couldn't do that. Didn't know you could do that. Watch it shoot right out of my nose like a T-shirt out of a gun. Just shoot right out. There it goes. And then my nose turned into the elevator scene from The Shining. And I was like, does anybody have a bucket or a tampon? Clean up, aisle 5. Oh, man. You know you do a lot of coke when you blow your nose, it looks like Columbia in the tissue. Like, that's the level that I was on. That's the level I was on. So it had to go. Had to go. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even really drink that much anymore. I really don't. I'm more of a weed guy. I don't drink that much anymore because I used to do coke. You know, if you do coke and drink at the same time, that's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich of destruction. Like, it's going to be a beautiful disaster. That's what's going to happen because you could just drink forever. You know, when you do coke, you'll just drink forever. But the problem is you won't remember anything. That was happened to me. That happened to me. I used to black out way too much. Not that there's like an acceptable amount of blacking out. I mean, I'm sure if they said like, hey, listen, no more than this or it's a problem, I think I would have gone past it. Like, there's no cutoff line. Like, if you do it once, that's too many times. Has anybody in here in this little fun house that I have no idea what's going on? Has anybody in here ever black out before? I would say I see your hands, but I can't tell. I'm like Helen Keller over here. I can't see anything. Water. All right. The fun and games are over. If you're not familiar with the art of blacking out, and I say art because it is, like I said, a beautiful disaster. It's like a masterpiece. It's like a Monet of nonsense. In fact, your mind just feels like a Salvador Dali painting. Look at all those little puns. Look at all those little art references in that joke. All right, yeah. It's an art. It's an art of blacking out. That's what it is. It's a beautiful thing. And what it is specifically is you are at the bar drinking with your friends. You pay your tab, go home in your mind. But in reality, you are still at the bar buying drinks. In fact, you might buy drinks for everyone at the bar. You don't know. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. The last time I blacked out, I woke up in the nicest hotel room I'd ever seen. Oh my God, the sheets were the comfiest sheets I'd ever laid in. And right next to the bed, they had this funky little alarm clock. Maybe you guys heard of this hotel. It's called St. Luke's Hospital. Yeah, woke up in a hospital. Very strange. Didn't know how it happened, hence the blackout. I was at a going away party for work, and it was open bar. No food, open bar, because that's how corporate America gets down. That's how we get down. No food, but we'll fill you up with booze. That's what we want. We want you to be drunk, stoned, and high, so you have no idea what kind of Kool-Aid you are drinking. So I'm at this party. I order one drink, and the next thing I know, I wake up in the ER. I wake up in the ER, okay, to 4 Jamaican women staring at me, and they are not happy. And the first thought I had was not, why am I in the hospital? My first thought was, wow, this is not how I expected this fantasy to start. Yeah. Second thought, wow, this is the worst Sean Paul music video I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if you guys have any of this out there, but I suffer from I've sleep apnea. I don't know if anybody out there has sleep apnea. And listen, if you are not familiar with it, basically what sleep apnea is when you try to go to sleep, your body tries to kill you. That's what happens. It's like my apnea is the NYPD and my body is somebody that's black. Like, that's what happens. It just chokes me the fuck out. It's terrible. It's so frightening. It's so frightening. I can't stand, like, do you know how embarrassing it is to have sleep apnea? To know that one of the most basic things that you're supposed to be able to do in life, you can't do? You can't do it? You have to go in for a test. Like, they just don't hook you up with your equipment. Like, you have to go get tested. And when I went in for my test, I found out that I would only sleep 21 minutes out of every hour. And every hour I'd only sleep 21 minutes. So I used to wake up 39 times. 39 times. Sleep 21 minutes. Do you know who else only sleeps 21 minutes? People that do meth. I have the same sleeping habits as a meth head. You know how embarrassing that is? It's so... like, how does this happen? How does this fucking happen? God. It's embarrassing. Like, I'm single. I live alone. Do you know how embarrassing it is to bring back a girl that and when she comes into my room, there's an apnea machine next to my bed? It's so embarrassing. Oh my God. I gotta pray to God she thinks it's a fucking sex toy. Gotta pray to God that she thinks it's a sex toy. And finding a girl to even come home is hard. You know, like, when you're on these apps and you're swiping right or swiping left, like, do you know how hard it is to find a girl who wants to get fucked by a dude that sounds like Darth Vader but looks like Bane? Like, I can't go to normal places like the rest of you people. No, I gotta go find girls at Comic-Con. That's where I go to date. I gotta go to Comic-Con. Oh, Jesus. It's so insane. It's so insane. Like, I can't drift off to sleep. Like, I can't just drift off. I have to strap in. Like, there's a fucking mask. I have to strap in. I have to saddle the fuck up if I want to go to bed. I just can't drift off to dreamland. No. I gotta saddle the fuck up. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds? Like, there are straps. There's Velcro. Okay, there's Velcro. Nothing in this world that we take seriously has Velcro in it. You ever look at an adult with Velcro sneakers? You're like, fucking loser. That's what I am. That's why I have the Velcro. I'm a loser at sleeping. If sleeping was a game that we played in grade school, I would get picked last. I would get picked last. That's how bad I am at sleeping. It is so true. It's fucking, it's terrible. Oh my God. Jesus. It's like, thank God I don't have kids. Thank God I don't have kids. I can't imagine the trauma, the mental trauma that my child would go through if they had a nightmare and had to come to my bedroom, come to wake me up. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the way that kid's mind is going to just explode? Picture you're a child. Okay, picture you are 6 years old. 6 years old, you wake up, you have a bad dream, sweats, tears, you're crying. You don't know if you peed in the bed or not, but you got to get someone. So you get up out of your bed, you walk over, you shuffle. You know, you're just the kid in the little onesie. Shushing down the hallway. You go to your parents' room, you open up the door, and then you see your father, someone that looks just like me, wearing a sleep apnea mask, just going. What seems to be the problem, son? Did you have a bad dream? What? What? Can you imagine the level of therapy that your child is going to need after going through that? Good fucking God. Good God. I don't know. Kids frighten me. You know, kids frighten me to death because I don't know. You know, I don't know if I would be a good parent. I don't know if I would be a good parent or not. That's up for debate. Growing up, I always thought my dad was a dick. I always thought my dad was a dick because he used to say things like, "I'm your father, not your friend." Like, you're a fucking asshole. All right, let's calm down. If we're being honest, let's use the right adjectives. Okay, let's use the right nouns. It's scary to be a parent. You know, I always thought my dad was a dick. My dad ended up turning out to be the cool dad. He turned out to be the cool dad because when I was 16, he told me, he said, "Ralph, I'd rather see you with a joint in your hand than a beer." I was like, "What, officer?" But see, what I didn't realize, though, was when I was 16, my dad was 46, and 46-year-old men just don't know where to buy weed. So it blows my mind. Like, here we are, it's 2020, and people are still against smoking pot. They say crazy things, ridiculous things like weed is a gateway drug. Smoking weed leads to harder drugs. What? That's nonsense. That's nonsense. Saying that smoking weed leads to harder drugs is like saying making out leads to anal. But let's be real. If anything, smoking weed leads to diabetes, right? Because who's getting high and wants to get healthy food? No one. That's fucking weird. No. No one's smoking a joint and doing laps around the salad bar at Whole Foods. No. We're trying to stuff a Twix and a Twinkie and then roll it in jelly beans. All right, you guys have been great. Thank you so much. This has been absolutely awesome. I love coming back. This is my second time back here. And you got to give it up for your host one more time. She is absolutely amazing. She puts these shows on every single week. You got to give it up for Luz. She is just one of the best. This is her production. This is her little baby. I'm just going to wait for her to jump on the next one.
Mr. Ralph Anthony. Tuesday is motherfucking right, Ralph Anthony. I fucking live for Tuesday now. Like, this is it. I get Tuesday. Oh my God. Fucking Tipsy Tuesday is fucking right. Oh man, and Ralph, my heart goes out to you. I understand sleep apnea. I do. My father had it. And it's real. It's real. You know what? It does sound like Darth Vader. It does. It absolutely fucking does. You hit that on the nozzle. And you know what? Yeah, when your kids wake up there in the night, you do. First thing that hits your mind is they pee the fucking bed. This is either a change sheet situation or I'm throwing a fucking towel on it. Where are we at? If it's not that, yes, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare, and you feel terrible. But if your kid had a nightmare, and yes, they walk in on this machine being on daddy, it might, they might poop their pants. I know, because I grew up with it. You might shit your fucking pants. But I remember that shit, eating that fucking big, excessive Tupperware bowl of Lucky Charms and fucking watching, like, Pee Wee Herman, fucking Ren and Stimpy, fucking Tom and Jerry, and all the violent fucking shows that we watched when we were kids, and it was completely normal. Could you imagine that being a part of the kids now? Tom and Jerry, Ren and Stimpy. Oh my God. You know how many parents in Westchester would have fucking heart attacks? God. And that was our norm. It was our norm, right? That's a lot of stuff. Books that we grew up with, nursery rhymes we grew up with. Like when people started to break it all down, it was like, ooh, that's actually not okay. It's actually not okay. But it was completely fucking normal to us, right? It was completely normal to us. Yes, we're going to wrap this up, you guys. But I will piggyback off of Mr. Ralph Anthony and say, yes, smoking weed can save your mind. It can save your mind. Do your research. I'm a big advocate. All right, you guys, this was your Tuesday. This was your motherfucking Tuesday, okay? You can Google the debates. They'll still be there. Remember to laugh. It's very important. Before we say goodnight, though, I'm going to welcome all these gentlemen back in again. We're going to give them a round of applause, and they're going to let you know how you can find them on all their social media platforms. So again, you guys, yes, give it up for Mr. Jared Borders. Jared, let us know how they can find you.
Yeah.
Not there? Okay. That's okay. Mario, let us know how they can find you.
Sorry. President text me.
Hilarious.
Oh, it's me? All right. Well, find me at Wario_Benitez on Twitter and fucking Instagram. And fuck with my team, Unusual Cobras. Yo, we do dope shit. And listen to my podcast, The Life Plot. I sound like I do a lot of shit, but I'm lazy as fuck. Yeah, follow me. Thanks, Luz. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's what you are. Okay.
Mr.
Hi.
Ralph Anthony, let them know
Wait.
how to find you.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you coming out. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Ralph the Mouth 81, or hit me on just Venmo. Venmo works too. That's my favorite social media app, Venmo. That's at Ralph-Anthony-2. Hit me up, drop me a couple ducats, and help me pay rent, baby. Let's do it.
And
Yes. Mr. Jared, let them know how they can find you.
sorry, 5G towers got me frozen. Well, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter, Mr. Waters, MR Waters. I'm the black dude on the horse if you're looking for me. That's me riding on the horse. Also, you can listen to my podcast. It's called One Man, One Tree in a Hill. It's about being alone with your own thoughts. And when we're not alone with our own thoughts, we review One Tree Hill episodes.
Very meta.
One Tree Hill episodes from a real dude's perspective. You know what I mean? Shout out to my dog Nathan and Lucas Scott. You know what I mean? The Scott legacy is here. And if you're looking for anybody else, just hit anybody up that joined the Illuminati. All right, y'all have a good one.
Give it up for all of these fine gentlemen, you guys. This was your Tuesday. It sure was. You guys, Hard-Headed Comedy is back in 2 weeks. Why? Stay tuned because there's a lot more coming your way. You guys, remember, donate, speak up, make a fucking difference, and vote. And follow us at Hard-Headed Comedy Inc. on Facebook and on YouTube. Stay safe, stay sane, stay motherfucking sanitized. Good night, you guys.